Have you ever noticed that even if you've played Valorant for a while now, Phoenix is always going to have a place just right in your heart there, right? I don't know if it's just me, but during my early stages in the game, just kind of felt like this agent was one of those video game characters beginner players get attached to. And no matter how much time has passed, it's always fun picking him up again and just seeing what happens. Now, apart from the nostalgia, Phoenix has become a more powerful agent as the game progresses. And what I believe to be the cherry on top here is that we now have a flash that can regenerate after 2 kills. So, to kick this ultimate Phoenix guide off, let's take a look at some essential curveball mechanics that you should be using. At first, you would think that Phoenix's flash is pretty basic, but its trajectory is what makes it unique and complex simultaneously. As the name implies, it travels in a curved direction, thus highlighting 3 essential factors: positioning, movement, and the surface it bounces on. Now, I'm sure you guys already know the basic way of making the flash curve to the left or the right, but one of the curveball mechanics that allowed me to catch enemies off guard more often is the reverse flash. Basically, you just throw your flash in the opposite direction of where you're peeking. Since it activates simultaneously with your peek, your enemy will either get flashed or they're going to turn away, being completely vulnerable for your peek. Another advanced curveball mechanic is what we like to call the bank flash. All you need to do is bounce your flash to the wall in front of you. And do take note here that it has to be a flat surface. If you're peeking to the left, right-click the curveball into the wall. If to the right, then use left-click. This curveball tech basically makes it so your flash is going to act like a pop flash, which is almost always unavoidable. Just make sure that you're at close distance to the wall so it's going to pop behind you. Oh, and do let your teammates know if you're going to be doing this to avoid blinding them. As for other situations, just get creative here. Use it upwards through windows or downwards through smokes. The more you mix things up, the better your chances of fully blinding your enemies. Here's a simple adjustment Zekin did on the curveball, which easily allowed him to drop 4 heads on this quick round.
I have contact from me, man.
Yeah, I'm a flash up you.
B. Hitting.
Spike down B. 1 enemy remaining.
Nice.
Flawless.
That could have been a clip if I had a gun that wasn't a stinger.
And all he did was aim his flash higher than the usual positioning. Since you would expect them to hold a head-level crosshair placement, the flash is going to go above their heads, making it less predictable and more difficult to dodge. Now, as you can see, Zekin finds 4 helpless players lined up against the wall, dropping like flies. Easy kills, easy round. Another advanced curveball tech comes from Razu's creative floor bounce flash on B-site in Fracture.
Spike down B. 10 seconds left. Clutch.
After being left in a 1v3 situation, he picks off the remaining enemies with absolute ease. The first flash he does from Generator was a basic one that got chamber picked off. However, the juicy part is when he repositioned behind the box on B-site and made his curveball bounce on the floor for a nasty pop flash. The enemy Rays had no chance at all, despite pre-aiming with an op. And thus, that's another round secured with the help of Phoenix's super high-level tactics. One of the most important things you're going to need to master when playing Phoenix, of course, is going to be your aim. After all, what's the point of having a second life if you're just going to die twice anyway? Well, if you're struggling with your aim, though, don't worry. We've actually recently published our brand new Calm Aim course that dives into the exact technique that pro aimers are using to become more consistent in their games. A lot of people just do what feels natural when it comes to aiming, but believe it or not, that could actually be holding you back right now. In our brand new course, we're diving into exactly how you can fix your aim and start climbing today, guaranteed, or your money back. That's right, it's our promise to you that we can help you climb 500 RR while using our service. So, if you're ready to rank up this act, check out SkillCapped using the link below for a discount. And other than that, let's take a look at Phoenix's wall. Phoenix's Blaze allows him to control and take space more efficiently. It functions like a shortened harbor wall that can be bent into the direction of your choosing. And with it, you can isolate areas while giving you a nice healing buff that goes on for a few seconds even after leaving its area of effect. Now, most low elo players tend to use this as a healing utility in combo with hot hands. However, its true value lies in how you control the space and combine it with your curveball. Take a look at how Sam utilizes his blaze in this clip. His
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Nice.
His first high flash blinded 2 enemies, giving him 2 easy kills. After repositioning to the right, he throws his wall to cover the entrance to B main. He then angles himself by slightly leaning to the left to create a perfect pop flash through the blaze. And with a few more crispy headshots, a well-deserved ace clears the round. Another great way of utilizing blaze is by throwing it through walls to block checkpoints safely without exposing yourself.
Going up.
He uses us to mark it.
Joke's over. You're dead. They're super dead. My ultimate's ready.
One enemy remaining.
In this mid-control strat from Kami and his team, he throws his wall from tiles to cover mid-bottom after picking the Sova off. This allowed him to sneak towards the cubby undetected, while the Phoenix ult passes him by. Since Clove was under the assumption that the immediate area was clear, Kami got the no-scope on Clove. All that's left is to wait for the helpless Phoenix's body to return so that Kami can collect his second bounty. So to sum it up, Phoenix's Blaze has many more applications thanks to the new wall tech. Just do be careful not to hug the wall while directly facing it when throwing your Blaze. Apparently, it leaves gap when you do that.
Going up.
Walled them off.
Wait, the wall is that?
It's been like that, brother.
Watch your eyes. Watch your eyes.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, I've been talking about it with chat. The wall apparently has a big gap every time you throw it, like through the wall. Because then you can't even throw lurk walls.
Even on the mini-map, I looked at it and I was like, oh, I can swing with this, you know?
However, you can remedy this by standing back a few steps from the wall before activating Blaze. Phoenix is one of the few duelists who has a Molly utility, and despite being a commonly used healing tool, it's quite useful for clearing corners, denying space, and easy lineups. It's a pretty straightforward Molly that either sustains you or damages your opponent. One of the best and most popular Phoenix lineups is the curveball hot hands combo on Ascent A main. Just stand on this edge by the stairs and aim your Molly slightly above this corner. Wait a second or two after the barrier drops, then throw your Molly, followed by an immediate flash on A main. By instinct, blinded enemies are going to keep moving left as their HP burns away. But if you want a universal hot hands tech that you can use almost any time, then I've got one for you here. First up, notice the sound circles that appear on the minimap whenever you make noise. That's going to be your reference point when pinging a spot. Let's say you want to deny the planter on A default. Ping the spot and do a jumping throw while running as soon as the sound circle meets the ping on your map. This is going to land perfectly on that pinged area. Here's another example of that same tech but on C site. This is going to always work as long as there's no obstructions in your Molly's path. Phoenix's ultimate Run It Back is basically an upgraded version of Skydog or Sova Drone. It allows Phoenix to gather info, take space, and clear areas while being able to safely pick off enemies as well. The only drawback is that he's going to be completely vulnerable for a brief period upon returning to his body, which is why it's an absolute must to use it with caution when alone, or better yet, just have a buddy to cover you.
Safe is clear, safe is clear.
Right here.
Oh, I got two! Nah, no way, bro.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Spawn.
Back like I never left.
Again, watch.
In this nasty Kami clip, we see him capitalizing on his ult with 2 kills before getting his double picked off. On top of the 2 kills, he was able to create an opening for his team to control the site and plant the spike. Now, as a bonus tech that can get you out of sticky situations, Run It Back can also be used to dodge Deadlock's Annihilation and ISO's Kill Contract. Just time it well with the activation of these ults, and you're going to get to live another day. All right, though, guys, before we wrap this up, let's tell you a little bit more about SkillCapped. So we offer a 5-division rank up guarantee, and we think that's a pretty crazy thing to offer. It's kind of like a gym membership guaranteeing you that you're gonna get ripped. Your local gym would probably go bust if they offered you that. But not us, because we've offered this for years because our service really does work. It works so well, in fact, that we're able to produce by far the largest catalog of premium Valorant guides on the internet. We add new courses every month with over 1,000 guides curated into over 50 courses. No one can compare. We also have a direct line of communication with subscribers in our Discord so that you can get connected immediately to some of the best players in the game who will respond to every question you ask. Sign up today for as little as $6.99 a month if you're serious about improving your game. So that's going to be all for this one today, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.